Hi, my name's Emma Cain, and I'm really excited about applying for this internship. To Right Live Arms has been in my family for about 10 years now. My sister actually went on mission trips with the original Cocoa Florida's team, so it's a big deal in our family. I can actually remember writing the word love on my arms when I was in second grade and not knowing what was going on, but I just knew that I wanted to be a part of it. So with that, I think that community is one that stretches beyond the 61,000 students that I go to school with every day. I think that it ranges from the people that I just wave at every day to the people that I sit down with to eat dinner at night with. And I think that community is one of, it's the people that I influence their lives, whether I am aware of it or not. I think a healthy community encompasses each individual's needs. I think that it from education to adequate healthcare needs, I think a healthy community offers avenues for all aspects. And so, as I stated, my sister actually went on mission trips with the Cocoa Florida team. And like I said, I can remember writing love on my arm when I was in second grade and having no idea why we were doing it. I just knew I wanted to be a part of what my sisters and my mom were doing at the time. And so as I grew older, I realized how far To Write Love on Our Arms has gone and the mission and the goal of it. And so I actually had my own mental health story when I was about 12. I want to say it started. So when I was about 12, I was actually diagnosed with clinical depression. And then when I was 19, I was diagnosed with a behavioral disorder. And so I've been in therapy for a long time. I know how well it works. I live by it. I advocate for it. And I attend one of the largest universities in the country. And the number one suicidal rate is among the group of college freshmen. And so I think it's a big deal to have college freshmen or just college students involved in the team. And I also think that I would assume that depression and suicide rates have skyrocketed because of the pandemic. But with that, the pandemic has decreased the amount of resources that we have and the mental health access that we have. And so I think that I can bring a unique perspective. I think that all people say that, but as far as mental health stories go, I think that I have a unique perspective with my diagnosis. And I also have friends that I've surrounded myself that tended to be African American and males. So I've also witnessed the underrepresentation of males and certain races, and I've witnessed the underrepresentation of males and certain races in mental health services, but also just the community of mental health. I can recall always hearing the story of the self-mutilation story of the girl that gave up her razor that started this entire thing. And I think back to that, and I think people forget that there are a numerous amount of diagnosis and conditions that people deal with that are affecting them every single day. And I think that it needs to be a bigger deal. It needs to not have a stigma, and it needs to be readily available to everyone. With that, my mom is my biggest supporter and biggest influencer for sure. She always taught me to be the biggest and the boldest, that every opinion matters, and she always taught me that you can never underestimate what people go through, and a smile goes a long way. And I think that was so important, and it matters so much to me, and that's so much of what I'm passionate about. I'm so passionate about psychology. As I mentioned, I go to a very large university. I go to Texas A&M. So I'm really interested in psychology and how mental health impacts other people. I'm passionate about dogs and other animals. I'm passionate about mental health in general and healthy living. So yeah, I'm excited, and thank you for the opportunity.